Hello, this is Maysa Amer and welcome to a new edition of AUC News. Our top stories tonight. Animal rights violations face the Giza Zoo and activists say that the administration is a failure. Foodborne illnesses have become common and food hygiene is called into question. Egypt's marine life is now under attack for economic reasons. The Giza Zoo was established in 1891, has become an important part of the Egyptian culture, but today it's facing accusations concerning animal rights violations. Here is Kareem Hatem with the story.
The zoo remains an important site for visitors in Egypt, and because of that, many concerns were raised around the condition of the zoo in the past few years. Lack of hygiene, inexperienced staff, and shortage of equipment are only some of the problems at the Giza Zoo, which activists compare to a concentration camp. Animal activist Dina Zulfakar said that the zoo is ill-equipped to care for animals' medical and dental needs, and that there are many untreated injuries and diseases.
The keeper is in charge of the protection of the animal and caring for the animal and even providing food. Okay, so how come only 2 keepers can be in charge of 40 lions? Okay, 40 lions need to be fed each day at a specific time, and at the same time watching the behavior of people. You see how many visitors visit the zoo during weekends or during feasts or holidays. You cannot manage it this way. The Giza Zoo cannot act as a rescue center or a conservation today, because the Giza Zoo was established at the time of Kady Tawfiq. And the design of the zoo is full of Victorian cages, and this is protected by UNESCO, so you cannot even change how the enclosures are. The problem is that the modern role of zoos has not reached our country in general, and perhaps other countries, other similar countries or developing countries like ours.
On the other hand, the zoo administration is skeptical of the accusations, saying that they are trying their best to keep animals in the best conditions possible, and that there has been many developments over the past few years. They refuse to comment on the many questions concerning the medical care and the nutrition quality, satisfied only with saying that they are in need of a bigger budget. But in her report for the Daily News Egypt, Sarah Abu Bakr said that the zoo make a lot of money out of yearly visitors, which is the only thing that is keeping it functional. With her passion to save animals and defend their rights in many places in the world, Sarah Farid Adli says that the visitors and workers should respect animals in the zoo.
جنينة الحيوانات بتاعت مصر بالذات بقى كارثة. يعني أولاً الحيوانات تقريباً يعني جلد على عظم، يعني ما بياكلوش، الأقفاص بتاعتهم صغيرة جداً، الناس مش بتهتم بيهم خالص. الناس اللي بتروح جنينة الحيوانات بتروح بهدف السخرية بالحيوان، مش بتروح إن هي تتفرج وتشوف إيه ده الله وتتعلم إن الحيوان ده بس بيعمل كذا أو شكله كذا أو بيعمل طلع الصوت المعين أو whatever. بيروحوا علشان يطلعوا يفشوا غلهم في الحيوانات اللي هناك. ده اللي أنا شفته يعني.
Many people accuse the Giza Zoo for not preserving itself and not preserving the animals here, in spite of the many visitors who still come and enjoy the zoo. This is Kareem Hatem for AUC TV.
The Zoological Museum is an aspect of the Giza Zoo that's little known to the public, and it has been reopened after 18 years. More with Farah Al Toukhi.
Within the confines of the Giza Zoo lies the newly renovated Zoological Museum. This 3-story building houses thousands of embalmed animal specimens. As of its reopening, it is now the first and largest ecological museum in the Middle East. The museum itself was established in 1914 and before its renovation and reopening in August of 2015, these specimens spent a great deal of time hidden in storage.
تم تجديده مرتين سنة 63 و 88 وبعد كده 98 تم إغلاقه عشان تطوير. فخلال الفترة دي كل المحنطات اتحطت في أوض اتخزنت. بعد كده ابتدينا لما تم تجهيزه ابتدينا يعني 2014 ابتدينا اخر 2013 ابتدينا نبتدي ننظف المحنطات دي ونجهزها عشان نبتدي ننظفها في المتحف. مثلا الحوت ده قعدنا 4 شهور ننظف فيه، ده كان مرمي في التراب وفي الهواء 18 سنة.
The exhibits boast the inclusion of natural rarities, endangered species, and even the mummified remains of a crocodile dating from 4000 BC. Despite these efforts and the unique displays, people only visit on public holidays and special occasions.
لكن في الأيام العادية أو مفيش أجازات الأعداد بتبقى قليلة يعني. وفي ناس لحد دلوقتي برضو ما يعرفوش المتحف هنا.
This establishment does have incredible potential to aid in the research of science, veterinary medicine, and agriculture. The natural history of Egypt and the world finds a home within these walls, and it will require a great deal of care and attention to continue its preservation. This is Farah Al Toukhi for AUC TV.
The struggle to preserve animal rights is widespread in a country that has depended on animals throughout the history of civilization. It has become a civil movement from both the people and the government. More with Rana Ashraf.
Thousands of years ago, ancient Egyptians depended on animals in their everyday life and valued them to the extent of worship. Centuries later, animals are being abused on the same lands, where people mistreat stray animals and the government holds campaigns of shooting and poisoning them. Hanan Dabis, who co-owns a shelter for stray dogs in Giza, says that killing stray animals is not a solution to face their overpopulation, and that trap, neuter, and release is a long-term efficient solution.
Spreading awareness and TNR need a lot of money and need government support in order to be able to do that. They have to stop the killing. We have to have lots of funds in order to spread awareness. National campaigns talking to the public and regular people in the streets that these animals have rights and they should not be killed.
The shelter rescues cases of extremely abused dogs, treat them, and raise them for adoption.
This is Olivia. She was in the street. She was reported on Facebook. Someone cut her leg, front leg, and they wanted her away from a certain street, so they cut her leg, and kids were throwing stones on her. They wanted her away for some reason, I don't know why. We took her, and of course we had to amputate her leg totally. This is Masaida. She's a girl. A lady threw acid on her back, also in order to push her away from where she lived. And this is the results after 2 years.
It's not just cats and dogs. Joe Barton, founder of a charity equine hospital, says that working equines also get mistreated.
If we look after this animal well, it will be able to work well for us. They'll just keep it going until it can't work. And then maybe they'll bring it and see, it's not working, he's lazy, or when really maybe he just needed some medical treatment or he needed a rest or whatever. So the apathy is a big thing here. Seeing, the lack of love for the animals in Egypt and the way they're treated here, I just really felt I had to come and do something to help.
Criminalizing cruelty towards animals is the demand of animal rights activists in Egypt. This is Rana Ashraf for AUC TV.
And from the animals on land to those in the ocean. The marine life in Egypt is considered one of the richest in the world, with the Red Sea housing several species that attract international visitors. The ocean's ecology is now in danger. Hassan Labib was in Hurghada to investigate.
Divers come to Hurghada with different fish in mind. One of them is the great Napoleon fish, which they love to feed boiled eggs. However, this is the last Napoleon that swam our waters. It was caught by an Australian in 2006. The dolphins are the second target, but unfortunately they too are in danger.
في مراكب كبيرة قوي زي 40 متر وحجمها 45 متر دول بيخشوا على الدرافيل وبيلفوا حواليها. طبعا المراكب دي كلها فيها روبيلا الرفاسات شغالة وممكن يضرب رفاسات الدرافيل لما يبقى نايم. في مراكب الصيد بترمي بودرة سامة وبتعمل عجينة سامة في البحر. في مراكب صيد اللي هي بيطلعوا فوق الشعب.
The Red Sea protectorates are responsible to ensure the safety of the marine life, and they say that these fishing habits are not carried out against fish only. They seem to pick and choose.
وجدنا ظاهرة صيد بعض الكائنات النادرة زي السلاحف البحرية، عروس البحر، الشعاب المرجانية، كائن خيار البحر. عقدنا اجتماع مع حضروا جميع الصيادين واخترنا وزارة الزراعة بعدم إصدار تصاريح للصيد بالجر.
We went to the National Institute for Oceanography and Fishery, where they practice artificial fertilization for fish species. Dr. Mahmoud Ra'fat, a researcher at the institute, says that some tourists endanger the coral reefs and the marine life that lives on them.
في انواع من القروش بقت مهدده بالانقراض على مستوى العالم. الانشطه السياحيه دي مشكله كبيره جدا جدا. الانشطه السياحيه بيجي مثلا السياح، بدايه السياح الروس بينزل بيقعد على الشعاب، بيبدا يكسر في الشعاب، ممكن يكسر حته وياخدها يقعد عليها.
Even locals attack the coral reefs.
الصيد الجائر. يعني عندنا مثلا انواع الاسماك الشعاب المرجانيه اللي هي الاقتصاديه من حيث مثلا الانسان بيتغذى عليها، او اللي ليها برضه نشاط اقتصادي تاني من حيث ان الناس بتاخدها بتحطها في اكواريومز او كده. ده بيحصل هنا صيد جاير في مصر بالذات، وفي انواع بدات تبقى مهدده بالانقراض في البحر الاحمر من الاسماك المهمه جدا. دي مشكله برضه الصيد الجائر لبعض الحيوانات البحريه اللي ليها اهميه بيئيه في البحر الاحمر، وده برضه هيبقى ليه نيجاتيف افكت على البيئه البحريه.
The Red Sea court sentenced a ship crew to 6 months imprisonment for harassing a dolphin, and with all its violations, the Red Sea holds 3 protectorates.
الحفاظ على هذه الموارد مسؤولية كبيرة جدا تقع على عاتق وزارة البيئة، بيقوم بها قطاع محميات البحر الأحمر من خلال مجموعة من الآليات، على رأسها المراقبة والسيطرة البيئية على أماكن الغطس وأماكن الصيد داخل نطاق المحميات الطبيعية، التوعية البيئية في البحر الأحمر، تركيب وصيانة الشمندورات البحرية حول مناطق الغطس.
When these different institutes collaborate and do all the work they have, the marine life is protected. This is Hassan Labib for AUC TV, Hurghada.
Students and faculty owe it to the Sustainability Office here at AUC for providing the community with projects that helps keep the campus eco-friendly. More on their activities with Rehab Kady.
The Office of Sustainability at the American University in Cairo is the place responsible for keeping and maintaining the campus a healthy green place. Clean Green is a waste management project made up of recycling, reusing, and reducing waste products around the campus. Yasmin Maghrabi is the Sustainability Officer Engineer who is responsible for this project.
We're having now on the campus like a 13 sorting station, the 13 big sorting station that you have seen in all over the campus in the outdoor spaces, which have 6 sorted things: plastic, paper, garbage, food, and cans and bottles. And we have 30 small sorting stations also all over the campus and all the open areas, which have only 3 of these 6 big stations. The main thing that we need to sort: plastic, cans, and garbage.
They're also responsible for the landscaping and agriculture of the campus, precisely the plantation of certain flowers that are only suitable for the soil and climate in New Cairo.
If you talk about the greenery, we have a department here, and the head of the department is Engineer Tawheed for the landscaping. We have a plan for the landscaping with the main contractor that we have at the first for the campus, to have a full plan for the landscaping on the campus itself, okay? With and they keep attention for what are the kinds of trees, bushes, shrubs, each and every kind, what are everything, what is compatible with our soil and temperature.
The Office of Sustainability here at the American University in Cairo makes sure that both faculty and students are provided with a healthy green environment that they could both thrive in. This was Rehab Al Kady, AUC TV, Cairo.
Egypt is known for its diverse food culture, yet food hygiene is not a top priority. More with Rawan Lasheen.
Egypt is known for its diversity of food options and the special taste we all wonder about. However, food hygiene is not an option. Substances are left open to the air, and it is known that the pollution level is on the rise, which eventually settles in the food. Studies state that due to the narrow streets, high buildings, and lack of rain, the pollution standards is from 10 to 100 times more than the acceptable worldwide. So leaving food to the open air, the unhealthy environment plays its role.
لو ما بصب بيبقى موجود باظ بيترمي يعني لو الجو وحش قوي والجو حر بيترمي انما في الصيف كده بنعمله شويه بشويه يعني كل ما يتسحب نعمل ما يتسحبش يبقى خلاص بالنسبه للزيت بيتغير شبه يوميا لان اما بنقلي بطاطس لازم تنزل على زيت نظيف ما اتعملش بيه حاجه قبل كده فكده كده بيتغير بالنسبه للبيع والشراء دي حاجه ارزاق بتاعت ربنا ما حدش يعرف عنها حاجه.
On the other hand, food providers are also under the umbrella of having the minimal knowledge about the importance of food hygiene while preparing it. The use of gloves is absent and the clean surface is not there. Dr. Mohammed Amin, AUC clinic director, says that medically speaking, what causes the mass food poisoning cases in the public hospitals are due to the lack of food hygiene.
يعني او اي حد شغال في الميديكال فيلد بيبقى مستاء جدا من لما بيشوف الحاجات ديت يعني لان مستوى هايجين الحقيقه يعني ما هوش حتى واصل لاي درجه من يعني البيزك نوليدج بتاعه الهايجين يعني المفروض برضو اكيد وزاره الصحه شغاله على الحاجات دي كده لكن الكنترول الحقيقه مش باين خالص. هو ذات نفسه الهايجين بتاعه هل ضوافره مقصوصه ولا لا؟ هل بيلبس جلافز جوانتي ولا لا؟ هل هو بيحافظ على الاكل في درجه حراره المفروض تبقى موجوده ولا لا؟ يعني هل هو لما بيقدم الاكل بيسيبه في مكان فيه مثلا حشرات وذباب وبينقل الحاجات دي ولا لا؟ كل دي يعني معايير يعني المفروض على الاقل اللي يتعامل مع الحاجات دي يكون هو هيلزي ويكون فاهم يعني ايه يبعد الاكل عن الحشرات.
Many people know all that and still buy and eat these kinds of food, disregarding the environment this food is cooked and prepared in.
Despite the lack of food hygiene, this is deemed acceptable by most of the people who can afford it, which raises the question to the standards that have been set by public food providers in Egypt. Rawan, Lasheen, AUC TV.
Young Egyptian scholars can do the best research. Graduate students at AUC showcase their projects in the first annual research day. However, they are facing some issues. More details in the next report.
Science and research are on the top list of reasons of developing any country. Young scholars can do the best research to the nation. Here is the first annual research day at the American University in Cairo. Students here showcase their projects that they have been working on for a long time.
I designed a new diagnostic assay for a disease that infects third of the globe population with Mycobacterium tuberculosis. It's a very simple assay to detect the DNA of the bacteria.
But behind that scene, some students struggle in their way. They face some issues. Funding is on the top list.
Some funds, some good funds for that. So this is the main issue that we face in our project.
Samir, a graduate student in chemistry, is working on developing a cure for cancer, but she also faced lack of help.
And we didn't have here like a very good animal facility that you can safely isolate your cell lines and work in 100% sterilized, clean, free area. So I've done the nanoparticles here. Then I traveled there in US to finish the biology part and do the necessary immuno experiments there. If I stayed here, I might have done it in maybe 2 or 3 years. And actually, I finished this big part there in only 8 months.
On the other hand, the administration said that they have been offering all facilities and funds students need.
So students can apply for research funds, conference travel funds through the Dean of Graduate Studies. Undergraduate students can apply for funds through the Dean of Undergraduate Studies office. And faculty can apply for funds through the Provost office.
But at the meantime, they seek external funds.
I think things like this, which showcase what is going on, I think that will attract more attention. And I think that will attract more people from industry and business who would like to support the research efforts of students and faculty. And so I think this is important to publicize for AUC what's happening here. And I think it'll get from the media and from the people in various fields. I've seen several things in construction here that I think some of my former colleagues in the construction industry would be very interested in seeing develop further. But very exciting.
Whether they admit the lack of funding or not, providing those students with their needs must be guaranteed in order to keep them research, invent, and create. Maysa Amer for AUC TV.
And after the break, an interview with Dr. Shalaby, Vice President of the Academy of Scientific Research and Technology. We'll be right back. دكتور سعيد، صغار الباحثين وطلبة الجامعات في أبحاثهم بيواجهوا صعوبات كثيرة جدا في البحث العلمي، زي نقص التمويل أو المعامل أو المعدات والأجهزة المطلوبة ليهم في البحث العلمي، فإيه اللي تقدر الأكاديمية توفر لهم في هذا الشأن؟
هو الحقيقة إن الأكاديمية بتعتمد على تنمية الموارد البشرية، على إن دي حاجة مهمة جدا، لأن العنصر البشري لو احنا علمناه كويس وعلمناه البحث العلمي كويس هيقدر ان هو يبقى منتج، وممكن ان هو يشارك في التنمية الشاملة للمجتمع، والحاجة اللي هنقول عليها اقتصاد المعرفة. يعني لو في معرفة او ثقافة علمية هيترتب عليها في منتجات ممكن تنفع بالنسبة للمجتمع ككل. عشان كده الأكاديمية بتساهم في تطوير منظومة البحث العلمي والابتكار في مصر، ويمكن الأكاديمية وضعت مجموعة من المشروعات البحثية التي تتماشى مع خطة الدولة البحثية ومع استراتيجية الدولة، واللي في نفس الوقت بتلبي احتياجات السوق العمل المصري من بعض التخصصات النادرة أو التخصصات القليلة، بحيث ان يبقى عندنا كوادر في هذه التخصصات، فبالتالي تقدر مصر تنافس في مجال المعرفة ومجال العلوم والتكنولوجيا. الأكاديمية بتوفر مصادر تمويل كتيرة للباحثين طلاب الماجستير والدكتوراه. في عندنا مثلا على سبيل المثال في منح شباب علماء الجيل القادم. المنح دي يعني فكرتها ببساطة ان انا بدي لطالب الماجستير تمويل بيصل الى 90,000 جنيه.
بالنسبة مثلا لطلبة البحث العلمي اللي بيكونوا اصلا شغالين في ابحاثهم، بس ممكن تقابلهم صعوبات من وجه اخر او بشكل اخر، زي نقص حيوانات التجارب، وده كان موضوع مثار مؤخرا بكثرة في الإعلام.
هو نقص حيوانات التجارب دي مشكلة دي مش مشكلة تمويل، دي مشكلة انك تلاقي الحيوان التجارب اللي عايز تشتغل عليه، لان بنعوز سلالات معينة من الفئران او بنعوز سلالات معينة من الارانب او غير، او حيوانات تجارب كبيرة شمبانزي وكلام زي كده ممكن تبقى فعلا مش متاحة.
هل هناك آلية معينة لمنع الممارسات الممنوعة لاستخدام الحيوانات في التجارب العلمية؟
ما هو القانون اللي بيعمله مجلس الأخلاقيات هو بيغطي كل هذه الأشياء بالكامل، يعني هو بيحط يعني ده يعني القانون ده يعني من أكتر من سنة وفي الشغل شغال فيه، لكن لازم يتبلور بحيث يغطي كل النقاط وما بقاش فيه جابس بحيث إنها تعمل مشاكل، فكل ده لازم يكتمل بياخد وقته، بس بحيث في الآخر هنطلع قانون مصري. يعني إحنا في مصر محتاجين يبقى عندنا قانون مصري لحيوانات التجارب، وده هيعود بالفائدة علينا، فائدة من ناحية توفير حيوانات التجارب المطلوبة، الناحية الثانية الناحية الصحية، يعني في بعض الأخطاء في ممارسات استخدام حيوانات التجارب ممكن تساهم في نشر الأمراض. لما أنا بألزم حاجة معينة والتخلص الآمن من حيوانات التجارب، كل هذه المواضيع ستوضع في القانون بحيث أن في الآخر أنا يبقى عندي حماية للمواطن المصري من أي أضرار ممكن تيجي منها، وفي نفس الوقت توفير للباحث المصري لاحتياجاته اللي هو عايزها عشان يعمل التجارب بتاعته.
وعلى وجه آخر المنظمة العالمية لصحة الحيوان لديها معايير مشددة لاستخدام الحيوانات في التجارب العلمية، فيعني هو مش بس ان احنا بنحافظ على الانسان، لا احنا لازم كمان نراعي حقوق الحيوان لما نستخدم الحيوانات في التجارب العلميه. فيعني هل هناك خطه من اكاديميه البحث العلمي للتوازن بين حريه البحث العلمي وفي نفس الوقت المحافظه على حقوق الحيوان في استخدام التجارب العلميه؟
هو احد المواضيع اللي موضوعه في القانون حقوق الحيوان، لان يعني ده كائن حي، ما اقدرش يعني لازم يبقى في عندي رحمه وانا بشتغل بيه، ما ينفعش ان انا عملت عليه تجربه وخدت مصلحتي خلاص، لا لازم يعني يعني انت بتعملي تجربه، انا ممكن اذبح الفار بالمقص وممكن اخدره وبعدين اسحب منه كميه الدم اللي انا عايزها، الطريقتين ممكن، ده ممكن وده ممكن، يعني لازم يبقى في عندنا رحمه في شغلنا. ف يعني كل الخطوات اللي هي داخله فيها الاخلاقيات لحمايه حيوان التجارب والانسان الذي ممكن يتعرض لاضرار ناتجه من حيوان التجارب، واحتياجات الباحثين يعني محطوطه في الاعتبار، المنظومه متكامله موضوعة في القانون، لكن لازالت محتاجة إلى استكمال دراسة بحيث إن في الآخر نطلع قانون متكامل، لأنه هيبقى قانون بتاع مصر.
We hope that today's episode provided some enlightenment into the world of Egypt's environment and research. Thank you for watching, and join us again next week in another edition of AUC News.